issues with Kagwa, all the truths you've never seen.
When you tell anyone that you're from Nigeria, the first thing that rings in their mind is they could be talking to a scammer. But that's not the reality about Nigerians. Today, the Nigerian Economic and Financial Crimes, popularly known as the EFCC, has paraded 114 Chinese, 40 Filipinos, 2 Kazakhs, 1 Pakistani, and 1 Indonesian. What were they doing? They were setting up centers and trying to train Nigerians to work for them, to scam people using the love and the romance scam, cryptocurrency, business, email compromises, and all that. And to me, we have to look at these things from different perspectives today. When we're talking about investors, these are not the kind of investors Nigeria wants to see. Not that Nigeria has a great internet connectivity or power, which is electricity, which is stable. I'm not saying that it's not relatively good, but when you're looking at setting up any form of business that should talk about speedy connectivity and other factors, these guys wouldn't have considered Nigeria. But the reason why they are considering Nigeria today is because of the kind of judiciary that we've been talking about. The level of corruption where some of these things you see will go scot-free if Nigerians don't advocate that these guys are tried and jailed. We don't want to see anyone getting called and these guys getting pardoned tomorrow. In similar vein, few Chinese were caught in Abuja in an apartment with a lot of gadgets and they suspected to be internet fraudsters. Why are the Chinese and Asians flocking into Africa just to rubbish Africa, particularly Nigeria? Nigerians are not known to be fraudsters. Nigerians are one of the most hardworking black population you will find in the world. But look at what they are trying to do with Nigerians today. They are taking advantage of the opportunities that exist in Nigeria. A country with over 250 million population, a country with large market and opportunities for growth, the Chinese is rather investing in such a manner that Nigeria and Africa gets negative image and identity around the globe. It is frustrating that investments that ought to come to Nigeria is not coming. The Chinese don't invest in Nigeria. What they do is they look for dumping ground to dump their products. They also allow their prisoners go into Africa to work where they supervise trained African engineers. And we have identified tons of events and situations like this. Yet, our leaders don't think it is appropriate to begin to reconsider their relationship with the Chinese and others who have chosen to disrespect and disregard Africa and Nigeria. Few years ago, an American was caught in Indiana or whatsoever. And what was he doing? He was coming and his IP address indicated that he was doing it from Nigeria and he's a Nigerian. I'm not saying that there are no few Nigerians that are into crimes or whatsoever, but the way it's portrayed in the media and what we see is completely not true. I understand that poverty is a big issue, but let's not forget that our young people are also tech savvy and are developing apps and creating productive opportunities. The tech industry in Nigeria is a budding one. The opportunities are there, no doubt. And instead of tapping into it, the Chinese is rather thinking of how to set up scam centers like you will find in other parts of the world in Nigeria. I commend the EFCC, but it won't have to stop in the media trial. We need to go all the way out. And this is not the time for Xi Jinping to begin to make calls to the president of Nigeria like Biden made when those Binance guys were arrested for trying to play with the forex in Nigeria. This is an opportunity for Nigeria to prove to foreigners, particularly Asians, that for too long Africa has been toyed with and they are not investing the way they think they want to invest. There are a lot of people who want to truly invest in Africa. Opportunities are there and the market is very large. But like I always say, without sounding racist, I have no problem with the Chinese, but I have studied and seen their pattern of investments. The Chinese don't share technology with you. The Chinese don't engage in the type of business or partnership that is mutually beneficial. This is fraud. Nigerians condemn fraud in every manner it presents itself. And the full weight of the law needs to be unleashed on these men. 114 Chinese, 41 Filipinos, 1 Kazakh, 1 Indonesian, 1 Pakistani. You can't do this in Indonesia. Neither can you do it in China and come out alive. So this is the right time for Nigeria to make a statement and review our policies and laws against cyber crimes. It is not our culture to take what is not ours. It is not in our behavior to deplete other people's resources. This is alien. This behavior is strange to the people of Nigeria, and it must be nipped in the bud. And these guys must be meant to face the full weight of the law. I commend whoever must have provided these tips, and I want to urge President Ahmed Tinubu to ensure that justice is served. People around the world have lost resources, they have lost their lifetime savings, they have lost investments, and it shouldn't go unpunished. These Chinese must be used as an example for the entire world to know that cybercrime, whichever way it presents itself, is a crime against humanity. And there should be stiffer sanctions to foreigners that come into our country to carry out all kinds of activities. And we need to begin to review the kind of investors that truly come into the country. We are going all around the world seeking investors. But for me, I always maintain that we need to begin to open the market within the African continent. And within the black population, we have the best ideas. We have the market. We have our people all around the world. We can begin to address some issues that are affecting our trade, the market, and begin to see how we can partner with ourselves. Not until we're able to find solutions amongst ourselves and expand the market through mutual support. I don't think it's time for us to begin to go out asking people to invest. The Asians are coming in to teach Africans how to defraud people, and we have to stop that now. The future is bright. We can expand our markets, we can collaborate amongst ourselves and seek investors even within the black population around the world. These are the kind of things we need to see, not fraud. Once again, I commend the EFCC and those who have made this happen, and I love to read your comments on the developing story, and I say thanks for watching.
Real issues with Kagwa, feel the vibe beyond the screen. Real issues with Kagwa, all the truths you've never